All right. Hi there. How's it going? Pretty good, I hope. I couldn't hear you, so I'm answering my own question for you. Welcome back to another one of these webcam vlog things. Topic of discussion for today. Something I haven't talked about in a little while. I get questions about it on occasion. Fortress Fury. Now, for those of you who are newer since like maybe the last, I don't know, year and a half, maybe you have no idea what this is. You're like, what's Fortress Fury? I'd never heard of the thing before. Or perhaps you better remember it for the drama and the controversy in that it was originally named Fortress Fallout, and then midway through the development, upon receiving a letter from Bethesda, the publishers of the Fallout franchise, we were forced to change the name to Fortress Fury, which now, in hindsight, we know is as a result of Fallout Shelter, which was not announced at the time yet. Anyway, give you a bit of backstory. It's a mobile game that I worked on from sort of the end quarter of 2014 into 2015. We released it on the App Store and Google Play in May of 2015. A lot of folks downloaded it. A lot of folks played it. And we just launched a campaign thing today that I'll talk to you more about. And so I thought I would bring it up because after the first few months of launch, I didn't really follow up too much on it. And that's because, believe it or not, developing games is very expensive to do. There are exceptions, obviously. Some games like Minecraft in its infancy where it's just one person coding, doing basically everything for the game. But for the most part, usually the general thing is it's pretty expensive to develop games, and from the start all the way through until a few months after launch, it was self-funded 50-50 between myself and my business partner, and ultimately it got to the point where it was just too expensive to maintain that between us two going forward. So what we did, and you may remember this because I talked about it every now and again, probably about a year and a few months ago, was we launched a crowdfunding campaign, but not like a Kickstarter. It was, you could think of it as a Kickstarter for equity, so it doesn't run off of donations, it runs off of investments. So we launched this campaign, except the way that it differs from Kickstarter, other than the fact that it's investments instead of donations, is that the first round, when you launch it initially, is sort of just generating interest, seeing where people stand, if there are people who are interested in investing. After you do that initial round of gathering interest, then you actually have to go and get the necessary government approvals to be able to start collecting funds. Because it's investments rather than donations, it's governed by a whole different set of regulations. And so that, my friends, is where we, and by we I mean Fortress Fury and company, have been for the past year and some odd months now, is going back and forth between lawyers, accountants, the SEC. SEC is the Securities and Exchange Commission, which is the government agency that oversees all things investment related. So we've been going back and forth on all that, getting all the approvals, and now we have them. So as of today, we've relaunched the campaign, more or less, and I'll leave a link in the description if you do want to check it out. I do want to be upfront and saying this isn't something I'm planning on like shoving in your face on a daily basis for the next few months while it's going on. I have genuinely wanted to give an update on Fortress Fury for a while, but I didn't want to do it and be like, yeah, so nothing's really happening. I actually wanted to have news to share, and so this is news to share, and here we are. So in the future, I guess, what is the goal with the game? Well, I think in the development of it, one of the things that ended up being the most difficult and the most time-consuming, that took away from the ability to spend time on like gameplay features and art and adding stuff there, was trying to get mobile multiplayer to work. You wouldn't think it to be as difficult as it actually is because there's so many multiplayer games on PC, they work just fine. But when it comes to mobile, there isn't really an established system of how to get it done to where you can just use a third-party service, kind of plug it into your game, and you're off to the races. You really have to do much of it yourself, and then does it scale right when you have a big launch and tons of people playing the game? Are they able to get on? Are they able to matchmake with each other? It's a pretty difficult thing to nail down, especially on mobile, and that was one of the most difficult, problematic things we had to deal with in making the game. So one of the focuses going forward is that in identifying that is not only a need for us, but for a lot of games on mobile that wish to integrate real-time multiplayer, trying to build out technology so that when we are able to build Fortress Fury out, other games out in the future, it has a back end on it that can handle multiplayer like really, really smoothly without issue. Because ultimately, no matter how cool and polished your game is, if it's multiplayer and you can't connect well to other people and have a good, consistent gameplay experience, you really don't have anything. So that's a big focus there. And then when it comes to Fortress Fury, once we've nailed down the technology, we'll kind of revisit that and tweak it, hopefully with a bigger, more manpower, bigger person team, and see where we can take that. So those are the future objectives. And ideally, maybe the campaign will work out. We'll get some funding and we'll be able to make that work. But again, like I said, I don't want to shove the campaign down your throats. I personally hope that it's more through actual, like, regular long-time investors that we are able to raise the funds. But like I said, if you want to check it out, it's linked in the description. It's there for you. And the reason why I wanted to go this route instead of a Kickstarter is because I do like the idea that if the company is able to do well in the long term, there are returns for the people who chipped in. I like that idea. And yeah, I guess that's that. So like I said, wanted to give you an update on Fortress Fury. And the reason why we hadn't done much with it over the past year or so is simply because it got very expensive to keep on paying a team out of pocket. So we decided that we'd put it on hold, wait for this whole thing to pan out, see where it lands, and hopefully we'll be able to keep working on it in the future. We'll see how this all we'll see how it all turns out. But thanks. I just want to give a very, very delayed thank you to everyone who did end up playing the game or is still playing it. You can obviously still go and download it. It's a free-to-play game that's on the App Store, Google Play Store. So, if you still want to play some Fortress Fury, it is there. I'm not sure. I haven't taken a look at what the population is in quite a while. I'm not sure how many people are on it, but just thanks to anyone who did at some point download it, give it a try. It was a cool foray into the gaming world and a cool experience, regardless of what happens in the future. I really enjoyed, being involved with the process of taking a game from conceptualization to actually being a product that is out there for people to download and play if they want to. And that's, not an experience that I think too many people get to have in their lifetime, to come up with an idea and make a game out of it. So I had fun, and thanks to everyone who did give it a try at some point, and we'll see if we can do some cool stuff with it in the future. But that's it for now. So thanks so much. Again, that link's down there in the description should you be interested in checking it out. No pressure. I'm not going to shove it down your throat. All right. Anyway, that's it for now. As far as other things, life is good. Not too much to update you on because, I released the song on the second channel last week. That's there. And thanks for the good feedback on that, by the way. I'm real nervous when it comes to releasing songs since I'm so early on in the whole production process. But very happy to see that not too many people seem to hate it too much. So I'm like, all right, that's cool. Warms my heart up just a little bit. Oh, and then you know what? Another update on stuff that people are looking forward to, I hope, because it's been a long time. Music videos. That seems to be moving along at a rate that has been quicker than it was in the past for quite a while now. So I'm hoping that will be done in the not too super distant future. But again, when it comes to music videos, I do not give release dates because that's a terrible, terrible idea to do. But hopefully not too terribly, terribly long from now. It has been a very long time since the last one came out. Year and a half now, probably. Yeah, I bet it's been about a year and a half since Find the Pieces. Okay, well, I don't think it'll be another year and a half. Should be sooner than that. Anyway, but yeah, I've been getting some renders sent over to me. It looks real good. I hope everyone enjoys it when it comes out. I don't want to overhype it too much because then people get antsy and be like, where is it? But it is still happening. I know a lot of people have asked, like, are you ever going to release? It is. It's being worked on. We will conclude the Fallen Kingdom franchise series with this music video. That'll be that, and it will get done. So anyway, I hope I don't eat my words in saying that, but we should be good. Anyway, thanks so much for watching this vlog. Thanks for bearing with me. Thanks for, what I did want to say, like when it comes to Pixelmon and Trollcraft, I'm really glad people are, enjoying those series still. It's like pretty cool. Been a while since I've had Minecraft series that are ongoing and that, people are into and stuff. And so that's cool to see. And I wanted to thank you for that as well. Anyway, that's it for now. I'm rambling on, but I'll talk to you probably tomorrow morning in the 10 a.m. video that goes up. All right. Until then, see ya.